Hello. Now that we've got signed into AutoVitals, you are presented with what is called the Today's Vehicle page, the primary page in which all your active repair orders will be shown in the form of a tile. You may also hear this page abbreviated from Today's Vehicle page to TVP. The first thing we'll need to do now that we're signed in is to get this organized so that we can function smoothly with all the tiles that are presented on our Today's Vehicle page. First, let's focus on the columns. Each technician should have their own column, and the way to manage the columns is to change the drop-down for the desired column to the technician that you want to be in that column. Depending on what package of AutoVitals you have, you may or may not see these technician times listed at the top. We're going to cover these in a later video. However, if you'd like more information, feel free to reach out to your advisor or click the help button and send a question into support. The first column we should have all the way to the left is going to be the No Tech column. These are any repair orders that are unassigned. Next, you're going to use your best judgment to organize your techs in order. In our example, we're going to assign 3 technicians. First, we'll select Technician 1, then we'll select our second technician, and then we'll select our third technician. Now that we have selected the 3 technicians that we want shown on our Today's Vehicle page, we can trim the last 2 columns. To do so, we're going to go up to the top right and click on our name icon. Next, we're going to click on Settings. And from Settings, you have several options. The setting we're concerned about first is the number of columns that are displayed. Since we have no tech and 3 technicians, that adds up to 4 columns. We're going to select 4. We can see now that the extra columns have been trimmed away. We'll come back to these settings in just a minute. Let's go through a few more organizational pieces before we move to dispatching and organizing the technician's work. If your shop deals with very high volume and you have many vehicles, more than 5 or so, assigned to each technician at a given time on a given day, we can actually reduce the size of these tiles with the Collapse Expand button up at the top. Now we can see more tiles per technician. If we'd like to see more information on a given tile, we can click on the Expand Collapse button on any tile to make it larger to view the additional information for that vehicle. If you're only working on a few vehicles per tech per day and you have room to see all the vehicle information, again, you can click the Expand Collapse button to go back to the fully expanded view. If a technician has an excessive amount of vehicles, we can give him more than one column by changing this drop down here. Let's select 2 for this technician. We can now see that this technician has 2 active columns. Tiles will be organized from left to right, top to bottom. Let's cover a few more settings before we finish up here. Let's go back to our name icon and Settings. You can have the Today's Vehicle page only display work orders assigned to a specific service advisor. Otherwise, leave it set to all service advisors to see all repair orders. If you prefer your tiles collapsed, you can have them initially be set to be collapsed with this setting here. Next, we have the notification sound, which I highly recommend you enable. Once enabled, you'll be presented with a drop-down to select which noise you would like, as well as a volume slider. Use the play button to sample a sound. This will produce the given alert sound anytime a technician messages you or an action is taken and submitted on the tablet. Lastly, once you have a Today's Vehicle page configuration to your liking, we can save that configuration with the Manage button. Once we click Manage, we can give this TVP configuration a name, hit the Save button. Once saved, if you log into the Today's Vehicle page from a different workstation or even from home, you can come into Settings, hit Load a Configuration, and all your configurations that you've saved will be listed here. Lastly, if you run into any issues at all, on the side of your Today's Vehicle page there is a green Help button. If you click this, you can connect directly to tech support. Simply hit Continue, select the severity or notate if you have a feature request or question, give your problem or question a title, describe it with as much detail as available, and better yet, take a screenshot of the Today's Vehicle page and notate any comments or areas that need attention from tech support. In the next video, we're going to be covering work order prioritization and how those work orders appear on your tech's tablet. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.